Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. I don't know how you start your mornings. A lot of people start it with coffee. My wife, big coffee drinker. In fact, you don't really want to talk to my wife till she's had her first cup of coffee because her brain doesn't quite click in until she's had that. I hate coffee, the flavor. I love the aroma. It reminds me of my wife. It reminds me of our daughters. They've got to have that first cup of coffee. It reminds me of my dad. My dad was that way. It reminds me of my mom. Give her Starbucks or stay out of her way. Everybody I know, it seems, except our son, needs that first cup of coffee. So I love the aroma and what it reminds me of. I just hate the flavor. Now, why am I talking about coffee today? Because the passage I want to talk to you about is found in the Gospel of John, and it's the very first passage in John. It says, "In the beginning was the Word." Now, John's clearly echoing the very first passage in the entire Bible, where Genesis 1 says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." But John's writing it in Greek, and he's referencing the Greek translation of the early Genesis passage. I got all of that. But I want to talk to you about a nice way the Greek reads. See, in English, we have an article that we can use with nouns. We have definite articles and indefinite articles. Don't get lost here. It doesn't get much fuller than this. But the is a definite article. It references something specific. The University of Texas, or the apple that I ate, or whatever it may be. The is something that's a definite noun following it. We have an indefinite article, a. A University of Texas could be any number of universities. And a just means there's an indefinite noun coming after it. Now, Greek does not have that indefinite article a. They only have the definite article. So you either get the or you don't get anything at all. Now, John's gospel says in English, the beginning. But the Greek doesn't have the word the. The Greek just says en arche hein ho logos, in beginning. And it means that in the Greek, though we understand it to be echoing Genesis, it actually can read very easily that in a beginning is the Word. That means in every beginning. You find Jesus not just in the beginning of all things, but you should find Jesus in the beginning of your morning, in the beginning of your day's activities. We should find Jesus in the beginning of our jobs, in the beginning of our meals, in the beginning of anything we do. Jesus is there. And the question is, do we find him? Do we acknowledge him? Do we live accordingly? So everything you do today, realize Jesus is already there in the beginning of it. And it's up to you and it's up to me to figure out what that means and how that might change the way we see things. I'll tell you this, you got a problem today? Jesus is already there. You got a joy today? Jesus is already there. You've got a worry today? Jesus is already there. You've got a crisis in front of you? Jesus is already there. And what we need to do is go to him in those moments. Seek his wisdom, seek his strength, seek his presence. But we can seek, never doubting whether or not he's there, because in every beginning is the Word. And that's your word for today. I'll see you tomorrow.